Paging Sleepers correspondent GFed. GFed is dialing us in from the road on his many escapades. Where the hell are you, GFed?
Yeah, guys, let me stand up a little bit to get a full 360. So I'm currently at Western Illinois University, home of the Leatherheads. The mascot that they use is a bulldog. I think that with Leatherheads, there's a lot better options than that, but I digress. And we're on stop 2 of 4, possibly 5 of going to every directional Illinois school in a day. And I got a surprise stop at the end if I can make it. That's gonna have a little guest appearance. So hoping we can put that all together for a good video for you. But that's been my mission today. Started off in Chicago at 5 in the morning and probably won't get back until well after midnight. So hell of a day for your boy.
Incredible. Hardest working man in showbiz.
I mean, you truly can't make this up. I mean, there's very few people. This is what makes you special, GFed. There's very few people in the world who wake up one day and they're like, you know what? Every directional school in the state. Let's make that happen. Let's make this so. And this video right now, this call-in is everything I could have wanted it to be because you're literally calling in from one of the stadiums at the stop. I truly respect it.
So go ahead.
I say the way that I see it, I mean, Illinois is my home state, and I don't know if this is a good sleepers question. I was kind of wondering on the way here, how many states are there where you have a directional school for north, south, east, and west? I mean, I gotta take advantage of that while I'm in a state that offers it. So that was a big idea there. But yeah, sleepers question of the day. Name one more college state that has 4 D1 programs in every direction.
I certainly can't. In fact, I'm starting to think we should probably start Southern Michigan. I feel like if that existed, it could be a powerhouse. And between our pipelines of Western and Eastern Michigan, Cart, we could probably create something special.
I think we need to focus on making those schools good before we start adding more directional schools.
Jackson, Michigan's due for a college. We can do it.
Don't know about that. Any response to the allegations that your potential surprise special guest in the state of Illinois is the one and only Kendall Jenner? She was seen yesterday at Cam's in Champaign. I would not be surprised whatsoever if she's drawn in by the mustache. I feel like there's a side quest here.
I'm a 5-star recruiter, guys. I'm not a 6-star. We're not making that happen.
Understood.
I'm sorry.
All right. So you had one of the wildest weekends that I've seen on the internet in a while. You were in Louisville last week. You told us you had 2 goals. Goal number 1, get a win. Mission accomplished. Louisville beats Notre Dame. Goal number 2, we said find Skyy Clark, friend of the show. Not only did you find Skyy Clark, you were like with him all day. Like that wasn't just like a quick picture. You're just like texting me and Card on the side, like, yeah, me and my girl just left Skyy's whip. So what the hell happened? Like, are you just best friends with Skyy Clark now? What happened?
Yeah, Skyy is a great guy. Made a smart decision being a friend of sleepers. I knew being a friend of sleepers, he's going to be a great guy. Let's put that forward right there. But yeah, I really thought going in, I've only had a following for 2 months and some change. So sometimes I underestimate when people care about me. I hit him up and he was all about meeting me. He's seen my, stuff before and he just wanted to kick it with GFed. So he came to my tailgate. I didn't go to the basketball tailgate. He came to mine, pulled up. I believe it was an Audi or a BMW, some nice NIL whip that Louisville's putting together for him. They treat him well down there. And, we hung out at the collision course for a bit. I had a couple of drinks. He was driving, so of course he, weaned off of that a bit. But we had a stop at another tailgate, talked about, life in basketball, talked about his time in Cali, talked about where he spends a lot of his NIL money. Learned Skyy Clark's a big Lego guy. Very humble, respectable way to be using that cash coming in that he well deserved. And we had a great time. Louisville was great. The community was awesome. Got a lot of love and support from the stuff that I'm doing out there. And they're really owning me as one of their own more than any other school is out there. So, the more you give, the more you get. So I'm happy to come down there again to have a good time with Skyy, the boys, and anybody else that wants to see me down in the 502.
I'm not one to challenge states. I'm not one to do that, GFed. But all I'm saying is that the state, the city, the state of Louisville from the official page tweeted you and said that you are like officially a part of Louisville. So I'm just saying, I know you're in Illinois right now. I know you're in Chicago. We cannot let Illinois get too comfortable with having you because you are a 5-star recruit, my friend. And there's a lot of states and a lot of places out there that want you. And we knew giving you that side quest that, honestly, we had faith you were going to get it done. We didn't know that you were going to just absolutely crush it and just make it the greatest thing ever. So salute to you, my friend.
Yeah, you're 1 for 1. Kudos. Also, not a surprise to anyone listening to this at all that Skyy Clark is a Lego guy, because anything involved with Skyy Clark, if it goes well, is a beautiful masterpiece. If it goes horrible, it breaks into a million little pieces. That's very on brand. So not only were you in Louisville hanging with our boy, having a great time, you also seem to have Roger Goodell after you. Do you want to address that? You put the TikTok out basically saying the basics of what happened with your NFL content plan and why you've had to pivot. But this is a slightly longer form version if you want the platform to do so. What's with Roger Goodell chasing you down?
All right. So I had a small tweet about this on Sunday night. I had a little bit longer of a TikTok on Monday, and I think I can elaborate a little bit more. But one thing I will elaborate on is I am in the NFL's good graces as far as, outside of messing around, in places that I probably, I wouldn't even say probably, but where they don't want me to be. They like overall what is going on overall. With that said, some parts of what I'm doing, not as much. Was I in contact with Roger Goodell? No. But from what I had come down on me, I just know I'm going to need to switch up my content a little bit as far as the NFL goes. Positive news, I have some plans for that, so that's looking great. But it's just going to look a little bit different to, do some positive stuff for the league and for myself in the manner that we want to do it. So that's about what I'll give you right now. But yeah, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and I promise it's going to look good once we get the finished product.
We did send Mr. Goodell this Zoom link. We were going to moderate just a little. We were going to be the middle ground and see if we can get on the same page here. But it's good to know that you're still in the good graces of the NFL and Roger Goodell.
Yeah, it's good to know
which is why we're keeping it a little confidential. When those guys talk, you listen. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to know that Sleepers Media is aligned with the NFL, by the way. Like, now my foot is in the door, and I feel like, I got to be honest, I feel like I'm talking a little bit to a hostage here. So like, you don't have to say anything in response to this, but just like tap 2 times if you were in a room with 24 NFL police officers over the weekend. If you need help, I will get there and try to save you, GFed. You don't have to respond to that, but just tap 2 times. I got your back. That's part of why you're here with Sleepers. Going forward, though, I mean, you're obviously on this trip. You're in Illinois. There's directional schools everywhere. You sent me your itinerary of where you're going next. A couple Big Ten schools on that list. Would you like to reveal what stops are coming up next from a Big Ten perspective?
I don't want to reveal the exact stops, but I will reveal that for the first time publicly that this Sunday and Monday I will be in Cleveland. So with that being said, you guys can kind of do some math on where I might be, but that's where the anchor of the trip is going to be starting up this weekend. Can
I give you a side quest to the place I think you're going that is next to Cleveland?
Sure.
All right. I, again, don't know if this is confirmed or not. I'm just going to infer that it is. My side quest to you this week, you're 1 for 1. I want you to go 2 for 2. Shake Chris Holtman's hand. That is your side quest. I think that's doable too. Chris Holtman, friend of the show card.
Yes. He's a listener and a fan of Greg and I's. We've met him a couple of times. He's actually contacted us on social media as well. So big Chris Holtman guy, and I could see you two hitting it off at a very firm, good handshake as well.
Not a dap.
Not a dap. No, I'm talking about. I mean, good interlocking of thumbs, like just real good handshake, emoji style.
Okay, GFed, how do you feel about that quest?
I feel good about it. The daps are for the players, the handshakes are for the coaches. So we got that already established, and I'm ready to do it firm. Prior to doing this job, I spent a good amount of time in sales, so I know a thing or two about a good handshake.
Such a generational talent here. All right, if you want to follow all of GFed's journey, of course, you should follow him. GFed Go Crazy, I believe, is the handle. GFed, give yourself the plug, please, on the show. We certainly want you to promote what you're doing.
Absolutely. I mean, Greg said it himself best. GFed Go Crazy is my username on all platforms. TikTok being far and away the biggest one, but we got some momentum going on Twitter as well. So, I think if you want some tea leaves on what I'm doing, get some news a little bit ahead. As you know, I just dropped my location for the first time on Sleepers for this weekend. You're going to find more of that stuff on Twitter. And if you find yourself in the neck of the woods on Instagram or Facebook, I'm also the same username over there as well. So go find me there.
Did you just drop the phrase dropping tea leaves? Is that what it was? Tea leaves?
You haven't heard that?
I haven't heard that. And GFed, I don't want to be too forward, but man, I love you. I do. I mean, you're not getting that. You're not getting that anywhere. If I'm getting tea leaf lines dropped at the 50-yard line, like that's just what I need. I love the vision. I love everything going on right now. I just had to say it.
Speaking of the 52, can I leave with can I change my view of my screen here? Is that possible?
Of course. Yeah, of course.
How does this? I don't know how to flip this. I'm gonna just do it the other way.
That's fine.
Got the Bulldog logo, Western Illinois, but at the 50, they have this naval bulldog right here. That I thought was really cool. Because leatherhead, or leather neck, that's a naval term. Bulldog is, a different mascot, but they put it all together on the 50, and I think it looks great. So while I'm using Western Illinois facility, love to shout them out. Thanks,
okay,
guys.
yeah, and also Western Illinois money line confirmed this weekend. That's a go. That's a go.
Go Leathernecks, baby. All right, GFed, we appreciate you. If you stumble into this video following GFed stuff, you don't know who we are, follow Sleepers Media as well. You'll keep getting a long-form update from GFed at least once a week, and updates on his side quest as well through the Sleepers Media channel. GFed, safe travels. Good luck. We hope you find Chris Holtman, and we'll talk to you next week.